What's your poison? Hey guys, welcome back to What's Your Poison? This week we are doing Figenza and Fingering. So Figenza is this beautiful fig vodka that is the tits. Just so you all know, we are here with Elle, my best friend in the whole wide world.
Hey guys!
And just from that sentence, you can probably tell why we're friends. She has some insight on fingering, so we're gonna...
Just like a Scotia fingering. Like, when you think fingering, you won't find my name or my face in the dictionary, but you'll find parts.
Yeah, she'll have quotes in there.
Yeah. A diagram, if you will.
Maybe the people she have fingered will have pictures in the dictionary.
Yes.
Okay, so back to Figenza. It comes in a beautiful purple bottle. It's it's a lot more than I usually spend on a bottle. It's $33 for a $7.50. But it is crack. It's so good. It has no burn. You can drink it room temperature straight from the bottle, much like Elle just did.
Yeah. Swigging it. Swigging and swallowing.
But I also... that is a different episode.
That it is.
So, I also mixed it with Fenchman's elderflower soda, and it's awesome. It tastes like pears and happiness.
That's the fruit it tastes
It
like.
tastes like pears, right?
I'm not as educated as you are, so I don't remember what pears tasted like.
I don't think that has anything to do with education. Maybe you just need to eat some fruit.
I do, yeah. I don't live in that part of town.
You are not in a food desert. You do not live in Harlem. Calm down.
I do. I live in the fruitless Harlem.
You live off of 202. Let's not.
You're right. Swigging and swallowing.
She's swigging more than fig vodka. Anyway, you definitely should. So I've been looking for a reason to spend $33 on a bottle. And I was like, hey, fingering starts with an F. And so does Figenza. So I bought me some. And I'm gonna buy some more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a staple in my house. So, if you could donate some money so I could always have some Figenza on hand, that'd be great.
Yes, please.
Highly recommended. Highly recommended. I will put a link to the description on Total Wine in the blog post, which I know I'm behind. Calm down. No one's looking at the website anyway. So, today we are going to be talking about fingering. And in general, the reason I wanted to do this is for teaching purposes, because there's a lot of people that have no idea what the hell they're doing. And because of that, there are a lot of people that never even try. Or if they try, it's bad for everybody involved, or just boring and a waste of time.
Exactly. So they have that one experience forever.
Yep, and then they think that's what it's supposed to be, and then it just spoils them on the whole idea forever. And most people already think it's like a high school thing.
Right.
It's fucking not.
It's so not. Be an adult.
It can be very, very, very good. Especially if your significant other or sexual partner is a female.
Yeah. They dig that.
They dig that, and it takes them longer to come anyway, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Right.
I'm sure everyone's had them fake it. Well, if you don't want them to have to, maybe start with a little bit of foreplay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a fun word tossed around. It really serves a physiological purpose. It brings blood flow to the area, makes it more sensitive. You got a good look on your face there, Elle.
Just, guys, just jump in. Just jump in.
Mm-hmm.
But also, don't just jump in.
Jump in with some forethought.
Exactly.
So, the trick is, and we're talking about, at the moment, we're talking about biologically born female people. So, with a clit, vulva, vagina, etc.
Right.
Okay. So, if you jump right in, and you poke at their clit, or you bite at it, or you just sort of do anything with it, if they don't kick you, I'd be surprised. Because that shit hurts. That ain't right.
Yeah.
That's like someone going in with, braces and scratching them on the head of your dick. That's...
You don't want to scare them. Of all the things to be scared with, clit trauma, negative.
Oh, I'm just involuntarily giggling at the thought of it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No clit trauma, guys.
And make sure
gals,
whatever you
and
use to
others.
touch it is wet. Either with saliva or natural lubrication or lube. Don't be afraid of the lube, guys. It's not just for older folks. Take it from
Seriously.
someone who has been fucked dry multiple times. You start off wet and lovely. At a certain point, yeah.
It's okay to need help.
It's okay.
Like mental health, it's okay to need help with sex.
Yes, it's like the Jimmy Carr joke. My wife started smoking after sex, so we started using lube. He's a national fucking treasure.
Yes, he is.
And he's British, so I guess an international fucking treasure.
International.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go through the anatomy. Just to, that's a good place to start, just to give you an idea of what is there. It's not just nonsense. There are specific parts that you should be aware of. So, we're just gonna go down the list here. So, most people use vulva and vagina interchangeably, and that's incorrect. The vulva is everything external that you can see on a woman. So, the labia, majora and minora, the clit, I guess the vaginal opening would be considered part of the vulva. Anything you can see outwardly is the vulva. The vagina only refers to the tube you stick your dick in, or your fingers, or the toy, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It expands, so it can fit various sizes of penises, toys, fingers, human beings.
Right.
That is the vagina. The rest of it, I guess all of it together is commonly called a pussy.
Right.
But
It's the entire thing. When
Yeah.
I think of the word pussy, I think of the fluff, the mound that I can
that you can cup.
that I can.
She's
cup.
doing a lovely cupping motion right now. Y'all can't see it.
Y'all can't see it, and I'm not. I swear, I'm no Trump. I'm not just gonna grab you there.
But you better believe she has permission.
I will take a nice cuppage.
Nice little cottage.
Yeah, I like it.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit, because the reason I wanted to talk about all this is because I've had a fair amount of sex. We both have had a fair amount of sex.
We have both had
We've been around the bend.
and continue to have a
Yes.
fair amount of sex.
So, there's a commonality, I think, at least with the people I've been with, that they never have any idea what to do with their hands.
Yeah, it's almost like it's that Ricky Bobby thing where he's getting interviewed and he just doesn't know what to do. So they just gradually just keep lifting up in the air because he doesn't know. Because is the interviewer saying anything? No. They're letting him drown. They're letting him drown.
And nobody wants to be Ricky Bobby in that situation.
Come on, guys.
Everybody needs a little bit of
Don't be Ricky.
direction. So we are here to provide you with that direction.
Exactly. You don't want to be Ricky, but you also don't want to be the interviewer not assisting Ricky.
Exactly. So we are here to fix all of those issues today.
Exactly.
As much as we can. As much as you can tolerate us.
Right.
Okay. So we talked about the vulva. We talked about the vagina. The clit is kind of the important part.
The treasure trove.
The treasure trove. We'll get to the other treasure troves in a minute, but the one you're probably going to experience first on the outside
Right.
is the clit. The clitoris, if you will.
The homing beacon, possibly?
Well, yeah, it's the homing beacon. You just have to, I guess, tune your rockets?
Yeah, we got rockets.
Maybe the fingers in the rockets? That part didn't get thought through. I like it.
Finger banging?
Finger banging.
I like it.
I'm sorry, there's been some vodka happening. Plus we went to the bar before this, so. Moving on. And Jack Daniels. That's for a different episode.
Yes. Jack and Jerkin.
But, so, the clit is, there are 8,000 nerve endings in the clit.
8,000?
8,000.
She exclaimed.
That's why it hurts when people go in dry and start poking at it.
Oh, man.
So the whole point of foreplay and fingering and getting blood flow to the area... Why are you dying right now? What is happening?
I'm salivating because it makes so much sense right now. Why I'm always so
Am I
horny.
blowing your mind? Jesus Christ. That makes me feel good that I'm blowing your mind. Shit.
Yes.
Right on. Alright.
Damn.
I did my research. Damn. So anyway, the whole point is to not go 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds.
Ooh,
so
don't high five the clip.
Go slow. There's no race. If it's a quickie, you're not going to be fingering her anyway. Like,
yeah, we both know why we're here.
Exactly. So if it's just like a normal sexual outing, or maybe an inning, I don't know, the sexual experience, in a sexual get together.
Outing, inning, any type of baseball reference.
I feel like there's a word that I'm missing. A rendezvous?
Session? Scene?
Yeah, okay, so when you guys are together...
Moment in time.
You're getting randy.
Where you both look at each other and you realize...
when a mommy and daddy love each other.
Aww. I never got to talk. That's a whole nother thing.
God.
But I never got to talk. Doesn't that explain
That's
so much
unacceptable,
about me?
and I'm going to interview the shit out of you one day.
Oh my god.
That explains a shit ton. Jesus.
Yeah.
Deidre, what are you doing?
My mom was like, she'll figure it out.
I'm sure she had her reasons. She's a smart lady.
She knew I watched porn.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
And that I knew what porn was.
There you go.
Anyway, different...
You're killing material for a later episode, Elle.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
For shame. For
know.
shame.
I know. Figenza.
Figenza, man. Figenza Jack Daniels. Jesus Christ. This is nonsense. So, anyway, that's... When you have time to actually be there and explore each other, go slow. Start slow. Start, with the outer lips. And then the inner lips. Run your fingers over them lightly. Are you okay, Elle?
No,
She's over here wistfully looking at the sky like, yes.
Yes, queen. No, there's so much to be said about the fact that for some reason, so many sexual encounters, both people think that the other person has to go do something real quick. Mm-hmm. So we're just trying to, get it
done,
there,
make the other person come, and that's it, yeah.
Exactly. If you want to, take a while to, make out with my fucking pussy, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the real MVP.
Yeah. You're the real MVP. But for that to happen, you gotta not be like me and Bruce, where we'll watch 2.5 horror movies, and then it's like...
Then it's like, oh,
it's like
wait,
1:30 and we still haven't done anything, and we're both really horny, and we're looking at each other like, well, we gotta do something, but it's real late. Guess I'll just blow you and you can leave.
That'll be it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking awesome. But, maybe if we got in bed before 1:30...
That might have made...
that happens all the time. But... Anyway, so when you have some, don't mind the children in the background.
They're not in on this. It's fine.
No.
We're not that kind of podcast.
No, God, what kind of podcast is that? No, don't answer that.
Yeah.
So, alright, we talked about the vulva, the clit, the vagina. Make sure we didn't miss anything here. So the lips, I mentioned that. So they're called the labia majora, and those are the big, fat, wonderful outside lips. Mm-hmm. And then the labia minora are the more delicate inner lips of the flower.
Yes.
I feel so gross saying that.
Please be careful with those.
Yeah, they're injurable. Yo, one time I was at daycare and I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something.
Oh, no.
I know. This isn't a molestation story. I should probably start with that. That would have been on my last child abuse episode.
Oh, God.
So we were building towers of those blocks, just the regular wooden blocks that have, the arches and whatever. Mm-hmm. We were building towers of those and seeing how high we could get them before we could jump over them. And then when we would, hit them. Oh. So rather than knock my tower down, what I did was jump over and land directly on top of it. And collapse in a heap on the floor like I just got kicked in the nuts.
Oh.
And the daycare director had to call my mom at work and be like, hey, I don't want you to think I'm touching your daughter. She really hurt her vagina. She meant to say vulva. And I need to look at her, make sure she's not bleeding. Is that okay? And of course, my mom, being a nurse and probably not giving a damn, was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Just make sure she's okay. So she did. And I still remember how it looked. And I bruised the holy hell out of my poor little lips. That's my fun story. So yeah, be gentle.